Hello everybody. Today we are going for the Iron Helm hat. To do that, we have to play Sarufi, go to the final boss, defeat the final boss of Forest 3 using the Sword, Hero Sword, Corrupted Sword, and the Scythe. This is actually one of the challenges that I was really excited to do whenever I started the channel. It's funny because now, since we've started the channel, there's actually like these hat unlocks, right? So one of the challenges I wanted to do, in fact, whenever I started Apothos, the night before I started Apothos, what I did was I bought Black Ops 3, like, on Steam. Like, I didn't own it on PC, and I was like, the only way I can kind of justify spending $100 on, like, the Zombie Chronicles version of Black Ops 3 is if, you know, I can still do the Origins Easter egg, and if I can, like, if I can make videos on it. I want to try to be a YouTuber, so that's what I did. And in a similar way, what I did with Megabonk was, you know, I was like, I really want to make these Megabonk videos, but I need to prove to myself I can do a challenge. So I picked Sarufi, and I did the Sword, Hero Sword, and Crypto Sword because I thought just swords was a bit cooler. But that's what I did. And I beat the run. I was like, I think I'm good enough where I can make some videos on this. I think that'll be fun. So it's cool seeing they incorporate it as a challenge. It does, you know, it's a little saddening. It's like, oh, and I'm just doing a challenge in the game rather than one I made up. But that's okay. It's okay. It's not like it was the most creative challenge in the world by any means. I just thought it'd be fun because, you know, I think people don't think of the swords as characteristically that good of weapons. Not to mention, Corrupted Sword and Hero Sword got bug fixed / buffed. Bug fix ended up being a massive buff. How many Shady Guys and Mauis do we have? Wow, 3 Shady Guys, no Mauis. What a tough start. Now, I will say the setup we're going for here is going to be, we have a little bit of skeleton. We're going to be taking the XP tome ideally. We're going to go for lifesteal over luck here because we do have Kevin enabled from here on out. So once you have Kevin, you really want to be able to prioritize that early lifesteal. Early lifesteal in general is good, but we're going to be going for dual damage tomes. What that means is that's going to be our damage tome and our crit damage tome. So we already have the crit chance tome rather. Then from there, we're going to go projectiles. Projectile count is just such a good tome for making sure you can beat a run. And then we'll go XP scaling. I'm not the most concerned about luck scaling. I've considered runs trying it, but I lean towards right now, you know, luck scaling is obviously amazing. By no means am I saying it isn't. However, at what point is it amazing, right? And I think with luck, you're giving a lot of upfront power up. You're basically saying like, look, I'm trading off upfront power for scaling. And whenever you're going just to complete a run, not go for an insanely high record run, I question how important it is. And not even considering that actually in really high record runs, I'm pretty sure they don't even use the luck tome anymore, right? They just use the credit card. You just restart until you get the credit card. Maybe that's changed since credit card nerfs and this and that. You know, I could see an argument, well, with the credit card now raising prices, we actually do take luck tome for consistency because yada yada, I don't know. But that's what we're going to be doing. I know they definitely don't run both crit and damage tome. What they probably run is curse tome, crit chance, XP, and difficulty. That'd be my guess as to what they end up doing. We'll take the clover, obviously, very good item. I need to actually go and do the damn meta unlock. Sorry for the early French. We need to go do the meta unlocks to be able to get, for one, more silver, but also, like, we need to be able to get the more refreshes, banishes, and skips. Like, they're exceedingly useful for making sure you actually get the things you want to get. We'll go and grab this chest, see what we get, credit card, and we do already have one of the Kevin synergy items for whenever I'm sure we will eventually get Kevin. You're usually able to get most of the purples in a run, I feel like. We ideally would have Maui's to try to force, to a degree, you know, the early credit card, but no such luck this time around. That's A-okay. Honestly, I would have reset for it. I see no reason to... Why start at a disadvantage? Look, it's kind of like on Moon. I don't know how many of you guys have ever played COD Zombies, but there's a map and there's 2 perks, okay? Hold on, let me think here for a minute. There's 2 perks. Those 2 perks are called Juggernaut. Juggernaut gives you a lot more health and is generally considered really good, in fact, kind of crucial in COD Zombies. And another one gives you faster weapon reload. Faster weapon reload is amazing, but it's just not quite as good as Juggernaut. So there's a map called Moon where you can get either of these in like the first 3 minutes of playing, which is really good. And whichever one you don't get, you're kind of going to be locked out of getting for probably around 15-20 minutes. Also, sorry if you hear my dear beautiful dog behind me. She seems very upset that other people in the world exist. Look, I've tried convincing her. She's just not sold on the idea. She'll come around to it. But it's like, why lock yourself out of something good? Something that you can have control of and realize right in the first minute of the game. Not even the first minute, first 10 seconds of the game. You can just run up to it. If you saw like all the kind of B-roll I have of playing that map, hello everybody. Today we're playing Moon and we don't have Juggernaut. Hello everybody, today we're playing Moon and we don't have Juggernaut. And it's just that, because I've talked about this in videos, why would I kind of make myself miserable? And unless there's like a good reason for it, it's just, if you've got a chance to be stronger in the early game, be stronger in the early game, you know? I mean, that's my thoughts on it. It's not even be stronger in the early game. Also, we're kind of getting bodied here. We've gotten kind of bad luck whenever it came to some of our upgrades and that, what have you here. You know, we could just say it's also a skill issue. I'm totally fine to say it. I need to start learning to grab these damn pots now that I'm throwing out the beaver word a lot. My apologies. I don't know what's wrong with me today. It's early too. I'm not like a grumpy in the mornings by any means, but I'm here and there today, aren't I? We need to focus up though. We kind of just sat around doing nothing, playing around with chunk cam for no good reason. I think this run is going to be a wash though. I gotta say, I don't have the highest of hopes here. I do not have the highest of hopes by any means, but that's okay. Sometimes runs get off to a bad start and we fix it from there. I have too much going on around me. Give me a moment. Let me mute my phone. There we go. My apologies if you heard the Discord tone. Let's see what all we can get. We do have two more shady guys. Maybe one of them will have the key to our salvation. That's just another boss curse. That's another boss curse. There's a shady guy. We have like no health right now. We have very little to go on, but that's okay. We'll get it figured out. What are our options here? I don't know. Hope the shady guy. Whoopsie. All right, let's just, take a quick little look here. Now, we do have two Mauis and only one shady guy, so that's really bad, but we'll check this one Maui. Maybe he has something good. If not, we will kind of, I think, re-roll it, No need to make ourselves miserable. Okay, he actually has good things. I like Curse Doll so much that we're actually going to keep this run going. We can take the early challenge shrine because we have Curse Doll. Curse Doll will just be able to kill these things in a little to no time at all. We can grab these charge shrines and we should be good. A Curse Doll will make all of the difference. So, yeah, I know you might not believe me now. You're like, how can a green item make all the difference? You'll see. This is going to be the run. I have no doubt in my mind this will be the run. Probably jump down, grab the charge shrines. There was a really good comment on the Chaos Tome video, which has been delayed going up. The uploads got a little bit messed up. Some thumbnails took a little bit longer than anticipated, but it's no big deal at all. Also, oh my gosh, yesterday, a YouTuber complaining about the easiest job in the world. I'm not complaining about that part, but I did make some mistakes that resulted in about an hour-long recording and a 30-minute recording getting dumped because turns out my mic wasn't all the way plugged in. That was a good time. So I ended up not even being able to get a recording yesterday because my voice was shot. Like, what happened was I was going through the Spooky Steve kill, and it took me about an hour, and I wasn't really able to get it. And I was like, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to split this video in two parts, and I'm going to record the challenge I'm doing right now, actually. I'm going to record this challenge, and I got about 30 minutes in that recording. It was going well, and I checked my OBS, and I wasn't even recording my audio for that video or the one before. And in that second video, my voice was shot. Like, I was losing my voice. I couldn't record another one if I wanted to. I did want to because I would have loved to have been able to. But my voice was just shot. So I didn't even get to record yesterday. So between thumbnails taking a little bit longer than anticipated on some of them, we are not in the best situation here, but that's okay. I mean, a lot of flat damage on our base sword, but it's not the best stat in the world, to be honest with you. I hate these enemies. Man, I hate these enemies. They're so annoying. So I ended up not being able to fully record today. My bad. So videos are a little bit delayed. Some things might be outdated, what have you. It'll be okay. It's no big deal by any means. What was I saying, though? What was I saying? I don't know. I don't know, but we're going to get through it. I don't love our early options here. The base sword is really not spectacular, especially with only flat damage. It's kind of a weapon that needs size. If you ever played Vampire Survivors, the axe can be a very good weapon, but you absolutely need size on it. I mean, same thing kind of goes in this game with the axe. I need to do a run with the axe. Honestly, I think the axe fits better than the scythe for this kind of challenge, but thematically at least. I wish it was just swords, though. I mean, even then, you can make an argument for the katana, but I think you can do a 3-weapon challenge, man. I don't think you needed to include the scythe, because whenever I think of, like, the 3 swords are like, oh, those are the swords, and you have the scythe, and it's like, well, that's the scythe. That's not a sword. Let's get a little bit silly with it. By all means, this should be a really stupid play, and yeah, I don't feel like it is. I don't feel in danger yet, and I know I should. I should probably be horrified, especially that we've gotten these flat damage upgrades that kind of are just not what we want. Flat damage upgrades are good, yes, but we need other things. We only have 1 out of the 8 slots filled right now, which is really, a little bit tough. The game's looking to make a mockery out of me, I said, oh, this is the run. Big cocky Apothos trying to, look cool here. And, it's not going the best. Especially because the sword, I almost said the bad word sword. The dang sword only shoots in front of us, which is really, I can't stand things that do this in games where it, like, in this style of game where it only does in front of you. Kevin's really good. Right, but we don't have Kevin's synergy right now, so I think it can't be Kevin. So I guess it's Joe Zagger, even though I don't feel like early Joe Zagger is actually like all that good, to be honest with you. It all kind of depends if Cursed Doll can proc it. If Cursed Doll can proc it, it's a little bit different, but I don't feel like it's... I feel like it's a scaling item. I don't feel like it's giving you a ton of power up front, you know what I mean? That might be a verbal tick I need to be aware of, you know what I mean? I need to be careful about just how much I say that one. It's like how I've tried to work on not going as much. So you gotta not rely on falling back on the same old, words, I suppose. Oh, Scythe, we need the Scythe. Magnificent, we have 2 weapons now. We're getting somewhere. By God, we're doing it. Looky there. We also have now the other damage tome, or we have a damage tome. We don't have the crit chance tome this run. That was last run, which is now down the drain. I mean, we're gonna grab HP Origin, even though I hate it as a stat. We will put... Yeah, we're gonna put in 1 Cursed Doll in here. Ideally, we use these just on keys, but I think we need a little bit more power, and I'm pretty sure that more Cursed Doll levels actually help out. Now, it might be one of those items where it's like other levels in there are pretty useless, so we are not getting there anytime quickly, though, are we? We are kind of boxed off of it. What a predicament to find ourselves in, eh? I'm definitely taking the Proj over the Corrupted Sword. Sorry, buddy, but Proj count is what is going to end up being able to save us here. If we can just, like, spam Proj, we are going to be okay. That's kind of what we needed last run as well. The Proj Tome is what you really want early. Proj Tome can really carry you through early, but I thought the Cursed Doll could carry you through early. Why can't it be both? Huh? Why can't it be both? You ever ask yourself that? Why is it always going to be one or the other? Why can't both be good? And we just... enjoy both, all right? We just enjoy both, and it's okay. I said this would be the run. This would be the run, damn it. Math is math. The run is the run. You got it? We got it. We're good. Let's keep going, shall we? Don't need any of these. You might ask yourself, well, if size is so important, why not take the size tome? The reason for that is I feel like we're going to be able to scale size, pretty okay without needing to worry too much about having the size tome. I'd rather have the dual damage scaling because they're multiplicative with each other. Once we get some levels in it, we'll make sure that we're actually able to relatively easily kill enemies. Why not upgrade damage there whenever we're so clearly struggling with damage? Well, we need all of our slots filled. Once we have all of our slots filled, we will be able to get more... we will be able to have better choice of our upgrades because we're guaranteed the 3 upgrades we're offered are all things in the sense that we want. Look. I hear you. First round, we could take Kevin. This is going to kill us. We don't need this to win. This could help us win. We don't need this to win. In the position we are in, this is going to kill us. We cannot possibly take that. Yeah, I was worried we were going to get like the, what's it called? The electric plug there, and then I would have looked like a big fool. But I'm telling you, we took that Kevin there with no synergy. We were dead. Now, we're always going to be able to look back and go like, oh, 10 minutes down the line, well, now you have all the Kevin synergies. This run would be unbeatable. Yeah, but we wouldn't have made it 10 minutes down the line is what you need to understand, Mr. Mrs. This is viewer, okay? Let me be clear, it was not one of those jokes where, it's at the expense of anyone non-binary or anyone who, has different pronouns by any means. I am a ally. I was just trying to be inclusive, and it came off maybe as a joke at your expense, but I assure you it wasn't. My apologies. Easy, okay. Go ahead and open up the chest, grab the Borger, and what a situation we find ourselves in. Probably just keep going around grabbing charge shrines. Ooh, we definitely can grab this magnet, though. I do not mind the magnet. What else? Oh, we have all of our slots filled. That's good. We have all of the slots. I am going to be taking Proj Count because Proj Count is such a good stat. We already have so much flat damage here. I don't think we care at all about projectile speed on there, so XP charge or XP gain is the only real stat there. We could argue about the size, but I think XP gain is just going to be better, truth be told. We will take the flat damage here, I think, though. The way that I focus on for challenges, runs where you want to guarantee the win, picking your upgrades in and I will explain it by contrast. In a run where you are going for a really, you know, oh, I'm willing to potentially reset a lot. I want to be able to scale as quickly as possible because I want to be able to do a super like high tier god run. Like for those, you're gonna just pick XP, difficulty, XP, difficulty. You're not gonna care about your weapons, you're not gonna care about any of that. And that's the way it works. You're gonna rely more on item damage. A lot of them scale with your level. So that's the way you're gonna wanna do it. However, for runs where you just wanna make sure you beat it, the general advice I'd give is if you're not strong, if you're not able to consistently kill enemies, pick your flat damage upgrades, pick your tome damage upgrades. If you are able to do that, in those little intervals in between where you're like, oh, I'm really strong right now, that's where you can pick XP. Are you going to be able to scale out of your mind? Not as crazy, but you're still going to be scaling a lot better than if you didn't. It's something important. Like right now, I feel pretty strong, so I'm going to take the XP gain upgrade. If I feel weak later, we will not be taking the XP gain upgrade. Now you can make an argument of like, oh, well, if you're weak and you're not dying, sure, if you're not dying, but sometimes it will just cause you to die because you overgreed it. I've overgreeded it a million times. And what we're looking for right now is consistency, not the maximum potential. It's like, you can think of it this way. On a chart of 100, by going full on crit scaling, your run can be a big range from, you know, a 10 to a 90. I mean, honestly, a 0 to 100. Like, you've got the full range. Your run can end, like, you might rate that run a 0 out of 10. You died insta because you overgraded, or it's like 100. You got everything you needed. You picked only XP and difficulty early, so you just hyper scaled. But if you kind of average yourself out, you know, you might be looking at, you know, a 30 to 70 run. Sure, it might, you know, end up being not great, but at least you've hedged your bet here and you're not just going to insta lose the run. You still have a good bit of time to be able to use your own skill to try to advance through. But, you know, even if you get really lucky, like, you're still having a good run. Sure, you didn't greed as hard, which isn't going to give you as many rewards, but it's going to be more consistent. And that consistency is right where we want to be at. We have 2 minutes left, which means a boss is about to spawn. Have we actually got like the stuff we want around the map? We have gotten both Maui's and the Shady guy. I forgot that we picked a map without, or we started on a map with very little actual things we wanted. I don't love our damage numbers here. We're going to struggle with the final boss a bit, which isn't my favorite thing in the world. I think we'll take the flat damage here. I've arbitrarily picked the number 20 for flat damage, and it seems to have been a decent thing to kind of get flat damage. If you can get flat damage to around 20 on a lot of things, you're going to be feeling okay. Now, that's a pure arbitrary number I've pulled out of my behind with nothing other than anecdote behind it. I've done it in a few videos and it's worked out well. So there is no deeper reasoning. I don't have any good math numbers behind it. That's just, I figured like, you know, I'll upgrade base damage to around 20 before I worry too much about tomes and all that. And it's ended up working out in a lot of runs. So that's all we're doing. Keep running, keep going through. We're going to get through stage 1. Well, presumably. I don't really know how well our boss damage is. But we'll hope it's good. I mean, we can hope, right? We can just go, you know, I really hope it's good. We do have the clock over here, just in case things get too terribly bad. I think we're going to take the damage tome. I think a blue damage tome is going to be a little bit better than a green flat damage, because the flat damage will only affect the one weapon. Meanwhile, the damage tome will affect all of our weapons. But we're going to keep it going. We're going to keep it going. I mean, we're dealing damage to him. It's not the worst. I'd love a little bit of regen. By the way, if we took Kevin this run, we were so dead. It is not even funny how dead we were. Now, how far away is the microwave? The microwave is a good bit away, so I'm not really going to get the chance to duplicate this key. Well, I mean, I think we can. It's not that far. It looked further on the minimap than it actually is. Let's try to duplicate the key. I think we're going to be able to get through this as long as we don't get completely overran here. Now, we do lose a curse stall, which I don't love, but fortunately we do have all of our weapons now, so curse stall isn't quite as significant. And we still keep one of them, so I'm feeling okay with that. I do think the double curse stall helped a good bit early on, but now we're doing okay. We're going to take the proj count. I don't feel nearly strong enough as I'd like to be, and proj count is going to help with that. I would love to raise the damage of our individual hits, of course, but more hits is also just as fine with me. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I've tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. Love that poem, man. Love that poem. I genuinely, I could go on like a 10-minute talk about that poem. I love that poem. I love it so much. It's a big XP increase. I think I do want to agree just a little bit for it. Now, how quickly are these ghosts going to kill us, we reckon? Come on, Bark. You got to go down. You got to go down for me, big guy. Alright, where is our portal out here? We need to get there ASAP. It is in the other direction. I don't think we will lose here. There's absolutely a chance we lose here, but I don't think we will. Alright, we're just gonna try to make our way on through and hope we're able to get there. The moment we get there, we're spam and interact on this thing. Why do I say interact instead of the key? Because the button is interact. That's what it does. It interacts with things, and if you're playing on a controller, it might be a little bit different for you. So I'm not going to say spam the E key. That just sounds weird. Spam the interact key, sorry. I had, the past 10 seconds there was something in my mouth, which is why I was talking a little bit weird. I was trying to figure out what it was and get it out. I think it was part of my oatmeal. Morning oatmeal. It's protein oatmeal. It tastes good. Good for you. Grab the beefy rings, just a good damage increase. We have the slurp gloves to be able to scale our HP, so we're feeling alright. Grab the pots for some luck. You see the luck is more on stage 2, and it'll be even more on stage 3, so these things are pretty worth it. I always forget to grab them, but you absolutely should. They also like give you non-negligible amounts of XP and gold. Like, they do help. Grab the free chest. Do we have a microwave? Okay, so we have 2 microwaves. We have 4 shady guys, 5 Mauis. Ooh, this is a good tier 2. Okay, we need to actually make sure we're running around grabbing the things we want to grab. What was that green over there that we left? I have no idea. We'll go and open the frog, so just why not? Why not have them jumping around? They're cute little critters. Run down here. There's 1 microwave, but there is a legendary guy, which I would love to see what he has. I mean, we're going to take this. We're going to take this in every way, shape, and form. This is going to help so much. This is going to basically carry the run. With that, like, we have locked in this run. I have a hard time seeing us ever losing this run. I'll be completely honest with you. We're going to get our keys, and I mean, we're good. Now, I will say, in a perfect world, we don't lose the curse doll. Because the curse doll is really good with Soul Harvester. Hey, buddy, can you get off of me? You're a bit fast. I don't know why it's so fast. That was crazy. I really don't want to lose the curse doll. I really don't want to lose the curse doll. We're going to banish this. I really don't want to use the curse doll. Also, did I already use 2 banishes? Why were my banishes weird? I don't... we're going to... I do not want to risk losing the curse doll. We're going to duplicate the curse doll once just to make sure we have one. Curse doll with the Soul Harvester is so kind of important if you're not a super high damage build or if you're at the risk of not having enough damage later on, because Curse Doll will guarantee kills, and kills guarantee your procs. I should have taken the flat damage there, to be honest with you. But kills will guarantee your procs, and that's what you're going to need. You're going to need the procs of the Soul Harvester. Enemies need to die for your Soul Harvester pops. Is that the best way to describe it? Your Soul Harvester, what it does, whenever enemies die... Ooh, blue frog hat. Whenever your enemies die, they end up, you know... 2 things kind of pop out of them, and those things go to damage to other things. And if they're strong enough, they scale with your level, mind you. If they're strong enough, then, you know, if you're lucky, 1 enemy shoots out 2, and then each of those 2 kill 1 enemy. So now you've, from 1 enemy that had 2, each one of those have killed a separate enemy, which now they each have 2, which is 4, and you just kind of keep going that way. That's in a perfect world. Sometimes you can't kill the enemies. Sometimes they don't kill the enemies themselves. So you need a little bit of guaranteed kills, and that is where... Ooh, yes. And that is where something like the Curse Doll is going to be just so important and nice to help guarantee that, basically. That should make enough sense. I know I'm kind of losing myself a little as I talk there, but you'll have to forgive me. Forgive me. 0.8. Yeah, that's right. The smaller pots and the bigger pots. I mean, that's the only way I know to describe it. One's smaller, one's bigger. They each give you different amounts of luck. The bigger pot gives you more luck. The smaller pot gives you less luck. So I wonder, I never really realized that maybe one gives more rewards than the other, but they must if they're, at least they have the capability to be coded as such. Maybe they don't actually give other different rewards rather than the luck, but they have the capability to be coded as such. If they have the capability, why have the capability if you're not actually utilizing it? So it does seem to me as though the bigger pots are generally speaking going to be more worth it. Attack speed and projectile speed are multiplicative with each other up into a base, or up into a cap rather. Grab the chest. Good percent damage. Don't hate that by any means. We really need to get our scaling going here. The reason why we want scaling is because now scaling actually does give us damage. Difficulty gives us more XP. It gives us more gold. It does make the enemies a bit stronger and faster, but it also gives us more enemies. Why is that important? Well, that is important because we'll take you. That is important because, well, more enemies means more scaling, but also more enemies means more Soul Harvester procs, Soul Harvester pops, whatever. it's going to help us a lot. The more enemies we have, the more damage we deal because we have more Soul Harvester pops, the more levels we get, which makes our Soul Harvester pops stronger. So we kind of just want to start greeting for XP kind of as hard as we can. Now, projectile count I don't think affects the Soul Harvester, but percent damage will. Honestly, I didn't pay enough attention to whether the middle upgrade there had flat damage, but even if it did, I think it'll be okay. How many Magnet Shrines do we have? We don't have that many Magnet Shrines, so because we don't have that many Magnet Shrines, I want to increase my Soul Harvester damage. Because we don't have that many Magnet Shrines, we're actually going to kind of chill over here where all the enemies are and just try to be collecting this XP. Now, our pickup range is pretty abysmal. We don't have Sucky Magnet or any of these things. It would be really nice. We are going to grab obviously the legendary upgrade on that weapon. That's just going to be a good time all around, I'd reckon. We do need to be making our way through the map, though. So actually, I'm not going to stay here too long, even though it does have a ton of XP in this area. I want XP. I want to greed. I want to greed. I want to greed. There is a shady guy up there, but we do have double jump because now the blue item gives us double jump. Now, is our jump good enough to actually be able to get over this? I don't think so, but we will see. Yee. Nope, we would need one more jump to get that. We're going to greed. We're going to take this. We'll do it, but now I'm getting a little nervous. Maybe we need to chill a little bit because we don't have any way of collecting this XP. We have so much XP around the map, and because we're not able to collect that much of it, like, it's a little bit sketch. Ideally, we would find the other microwave. It's a, common microwave. We're able to upgrade or get more keys. Because we're able to get more keys, we can spam chests, and then our chests just help us get stronger. That's kind of where I'm at, kind of what I want to do. I've not forgotten about the shady guy over here. We're going to go grab that. And, ooh, it seems like there's something I missed in the top right corner there. Hopefully that's not our microwave. It'd be a bit tragic if it was, but it is what it is, I reckon. Head on up, go to our shady guy. How many more shady guys and everything do we have left? So this is our last shady guy, and we have 3 more Mauis around the map. And one more microwave. Okay. What have you got for us, friend? There's the electric plug. No real point to grab it because we've already banished Kevin, so that's not going to be happening. You can see him down here. Movement speed's fine. This does serve as a layer, though, of defense, because if enemies do start hitting us and we have a decent bit of HP and we do naturally get armor, so we're a little bit tanky, then this should help us a decent bit. We'll grab the flat damage on the Corrupted Sword just because it's a red upgrade, and red upgrades are pretty dang good. We will take this because it's not technically useless because we have armor scaling. It's not technically useless. Now, why not banish that? Why banish Jump Scarf? Honestly, I don't know. There's a good argument to be made. If you're going by not technically useless, you shouldn't banish the Jump Scarf, but I don't like conditional damage all too much. The reason why we like AFK Juice is because it's a little bit different than just conditional damage. It's a true damage multiplier. It has its own bucket, so it's really good because of that. But generally I would prefer to avoid conditional damage. Well, the condition of it hitting Thorn's damage is they have to hit you. Yes, you're right, but I don't know. It's conditional within its realm, right? You don't have to do anything. It's more so that's in the enemy's control. So I don't think it's really the same thing by any means, but maybe you can make a compelling argument it is. But one of them I'm in control of and I need to do to stay optimal. The other one is if the enemies do this, you have a little bit of a way to counteract it. Especially whenever we have the electric plug. If enemies are getting hit, they're taking the Thor's damage and the electric plug damage. I don't think that's too bad at all. This is so greedy. But we're gonna take it. Oh, thank goodness the Magnet Shrine. We need that ASAP. We cannot hold off. We cannot hold off on that. Now, it's 3 minutes or 2 minutes to the next swarm. I can't remember. We're not taking these difficulty shrines. I don't feel nearly strong to take these difficulty shrines unless we get some really good upgrades here. Yeah. I don't think so. Now, we should have a lot of levels, hopefully. Crit chance is going to be good. Sure, it's at 19. It could have gone to 21 damage, but, we're almost at 20 there. I kind of just want to be able to increase our scaling as much as possible here. Now, projectile count's not very important because we have the quantity tome, so we're not prioritizing that. You could say, well, size is important, absolutely, but I'm going to take the flat damage. Ooh, I want the damage, I want damage. I would love to get my damage. I think my flat damage numbers are good. I want more percent damage and more percent crit chance. We really would love some more crit chance. Our crit chance tome's rather low, no? I'm a little bit nervous taking that, but hey, when in Rome, do as the Romans, I suppose. Are we okay? I don't know if we're okay. Oh my god, that was so much damage. Oh, that's so much damage. Oh, that is so much damage. Okay, well, we're going to be a little bit careful. That's a lot of percent damage. That's good. It's purple, though. I was going to say we can't possibly take this, but it is purple. Also, how do we regen so much HP there? I'm pretty sure it was Slurp Gloves. Slurp Gloves is pretty goated. It is very, very much a nice item to have. I don't think we ever found the microwave, which isn't my favorite thing in the world. We're going to grab the crit chance. Yeah, I wish we would have been able to find the microwave, but we were not. And I don't think, if it was in the top right corner of the map, I don't think we can safely get there and get back. I don't need more of you. I really don't. Okay, that's fine. What was over here? Is that a boss curse? I think it's a boss curse. We'll take the higher number, even though I think the crit chance was actually the higher % damage increase there. I want to actually get our damage numbers up, ideally. And, I mean, we have 2 minutes. We do have a speed up, so, I mean, we can... Do we want to greet it, man? I really am unsure if this is the right idea. I mean, we can check our boss DPS, right? Okay, I mean, boss DPS isn't that great, so I really... Again, I'm just not sure running over there for the microwave is going to be the best idea. I think we're not going to. I think we're going to grab this chest we're by after we kill Chunk Him. In fact, I can kind of kite him a little bit because the corrupted sword shoots behind us. Grab the chest. Okay, thank you for the cheese, I suppose. And, man, they are fast and I am not. I would love to get some movement speed. We were offered the 5% movement speed earlier, but the main thing about that item is the movement speed whenever you get hit. And because we wouldn't be able to make use of that without Kevin, I don't think it was worth going. I think the electric plug was definitely the better option there. Another key. Okay, okay. Thank you, game. 6 keys is not bad. You're getting a lot of benefit out of 6 keys. Ideally, I think I'd prefer... I've changed my mind to where I'd like to be up to 10 keys, but the odds of us actually being able to get that are not very high. This run in particular. Depends on how many microwaves the next stage has. We'll go for the damage tome upgrades, crit chance, XP gain, flat damage, % damage, and probably flat damage. I'm a little sus on our XP gain right now. I don't want to greed it too much. I think we do have time to grab this right quick before we spawn the boss. But hopefully our damage is a bit better now. Damage to elites, I guess. I mean, it's % damage. I just don't think... Well, we do have so many means of, like, % damage. Like, we have a lot of % damage. What we really need is % crit chance. I don't know in comparison to how much % damage we have, how our projectile count actually stacks up to that. But, you know, it's probably even then projectile count might be better than % damage right now. We'll see. We'll see how she goes. Come on, big guy. Go down for me. Oh, that's a lot of red circles. Careful. Easy. One step at a time. We're going to make it. Don't you worry. And he's down. Big guy's down. We do lose about, what, 20 seconds there in total from 31 to 9 or so. Another credit card, though, is very nice. We will get a little bit of XP gain because we're going to have a good chunk of XP coming in, although not that much considering that we just had grabbed the magnet power-up a moment ago, didn't we? That we did. That we did. Grab these, I guess. I mean... I think we can take these. Okay, that elite did not want to die. We're not going to go for the chest. We're going to get out of here. I might sit for a moment, although I have to question, what's the point of sitting for a moment? We don't have ways of actually getting the XP. I don't think I'm going to really feel comfortable just running around for it either, because we don't pick up range. We don't have the magnet. If I run around for it, that might spell my doom. However, I mean, we'll do a quick run around and then we're out, because the soul harvester is killing enemies so far away, so I can't even like quickly collect it. There's no real point to greed here. There's nothing we can really accomplish. We're not going to be able to survive the moment the black ghosts come in. There's just nothing we can do. Nothing we can do about that. Unlucky. What do we have on this one? 3 Mauis, 3 Shady Guys? That's fine. That's a good number. Whenever I restart runs, it will usually be to get at least a total of 6. I'd like a total of 6 of combined Mauis and Shady Guys. So this, like, if we had this on the first stage, I'd be like, yeah, that's good. We do have 2 microwaves, although we do need to question what we actually want from the microwaves. As we get more and more keys, it might become less and less valuable. We'll go for the projectile speed to make sure our soul harvester is actually able to get to the enemies quicker. Grab the Shady Guy. I will absolutely take another credit card because we are about at that point where we're just going to be spamming credit cards. We'll come back to that Maui here in a second. I want to get these chests. Mauis will interact with your luck. Shady Guys will not. At least to an extent. From what a YouTuber said that, and I dissect that in my head, and I go, well, because Mauis have the means to be rerolled. At minimum, almost certainly the reroll is affected by luck. It's possible that your luck affects the rarity of Shady Guys initially on the map. I don't know. It's possible that luck always affects anything in the Maui, but not in... We're gonna go flat damage. But not in, you know, the Shady Guy, and it's possible that luck always affects both of the first options you're offered, although that can't be the case because of the Shady Guy, so it'd have to determine the initial rarity. I don't know, so maybe it's either it determines the initial rarity of the Shady Guys, and it determines the initial of the Maui, or it never does anything to the Shady Guys, and Shady Guys are pure random, and it always affects the Maui, or it doesn't do anything to the Shady Guys, and it affects your rerolls on the Maui, but not your first one, because the first one's predetermined based on whenever you load the stage. I don't know exactly. We'll go over the size. I would like to get some size upgrades. Our size is feeling a little bit small. Just a little bit. Do we want the difficulty? I don't think so. These enemies, like non-elites here, are taking more than like 1 or 2 hits to kill. Like they're pretty tanky, so I'd rather not do that, I think. We're gonna just try to grab chests as we go. We can test our DPS against Chunkam. Oh, that's not good. He's very fast as well. He is a very fast boy. Looky there. What stunned him? I don't know, actually. I don't have anything that should be able to stun him. Do I? I'm looking. I'm not seeing anything. Very interesting. I'll go for the damage. My damage is really low. We do also need that size, as I said, but I don't super have a plan to get that because we don't have, like, Chaos Tome. Maybe Chaos Tome was the better option over percent damage. We might try that one in the future runs. We'll grab Spicy Meatball. Spicy Meatball is good just for some good AoE clear. Chunkam's taking damage from something over there. It must be the Cursed all the way. It looks like it's taking him down. Like, if you look, it's happening in these consistent intervals, so I think Cursed All's on him. Yeah, I can see some purple over there. Grab the attack speed. Ooh, blue Shady Guy. Don't mind if I do. We're gonna grab the Unstable Transfusion. If we had Kevin, I'd grab Electric Plug under the assumption that it increases your damage you actually do. Oh man, we've not gotten too lucky with the keys here, huh? It was 7 keys and things are already costing that much. That's not my favorite thing in the world to see. Oh man, enemies are not wanting to die. We are going to need our damage up, and our damage up quick. Now we'll grab another key. I will absolutely grab another key. So Swarm. This is where I'm going to be very nervous. Oh, that elite right on us? I don't know if you guys saw that, but there's an elite. Okay, he went down. There was an elite right up on us. These swarms are our big chance to be able to get a lot of XP, by the way. Whenever we have difficulty and we have the Soul Harvester, swarms should be kind of easy mode. So this is like our chance to be able to try to get really ahead, but I'm not feeling it. I'm not. We've got to prioritize size more. I need to grab size upgrades, but I really don't want to grab size upgrades. I'd love to just kind of passively get it, but I don't think we're just going to passively get it by any means. I mean, this has the size, right? But flat damage is king. It is. It sounds weird. It's like, oh, I'd love size, but I need the flat damage. Like, I need damage. Things need to die. We can start talking about how far away they die and all that whenever we get the chance, but right now they do need to die. But we'll run over to the Maui and the magnet here in a minute. We only have 1 magnet shrine. We're actually going to save that magnet. I'm going to take a look at the big map just to make sure, the major map. We're going to take a look at the map, make sure. So it's basically in the middle, a little bit under the middle on the left side. It was Maui, right? Yeah, there's our guy. Ooh, the frogs. We'll run over to the frogs. XP gain, crit chance, flat damage. We're making our way. Ooh, Chonk Plate. Chonk Plate would be very useful for some good life regen as well as overheal, right? It gives you overheal, I'm pretty sure. The frogs are off on their way doing their thing. If they die, they die. If they don't, they don't. I will not be chasing after them. Grab the chest. Phantom Shroud. And we don't get a key proc, man. That's brutal. That is really brutal. Yeah. Hey, we got the frogs. Man, that's brutal. Movement speed. I'd love to be able to navigate the terrain a bit faster. That's the magnet shrine. We already know that. We need to be heading to the bottom right corner, I suppose. Another swarm incoming. Man, time keeps ticking, eh? Time keeps ticking, and we are struggling a good bit here. You know, I think there's a good argument to be made that after this swarm was never the magnet. Ooh. I was going to say after the swarm was never this magnet needs to be used, but now we have a power-up magnet, which I actually am quite happy about. So, feeling good about that. Wait till the swarm's over around 30 seconds. And whenever that happens, we'll grab the magnet. We'll continue on our merry way. Do we go for the charge shrine, or do we keep heading to the part of the stage we don't know about? Probably the part of the stage we don't know about. Probably. Should be good to grab this now. Hopefully we get a good bit of levels out of this. We'll go for the flat damage. We will go for the flat damage. We're going to go for the proj count. flat damage and size. Crit chance. Crit chance is so good, man. Crit chance is such an important stat to be getting a lot of. XP, crit chance. I mean, we'll see. Past 100% crit chance, 1% crit chance should be equal to 2% damage. Meanwhile, below 100%, it should be equal. The 1% crit chance should equal 1% damage. Based on my understanding of how the stats work, I could be wrong, but that is my best understanding of it. Crit chance. I mean, we'll take a big size upgrade. A big size upgrade is quite good. I think we are going to actually start to genuinely focus on size upgrades as well. I think we're at that point where it's like, I see a good size upgrade, I take a good size upgrade. Tough. I don't know all the correct answers. I really don't. I want this, man. I want this. Is it stupid? I don't think it's stupid. I think it's good. Because 16% difficulty means 16% more XP and gold. So let's do it. Let's send it. Grab this, please. Thank you. I want to duplicate my keys more, man. I'd like to get to 10 keys. I normally would not care that much, but right now I kind of view it as really important. Ah, man. Damage is just not looking the hottest right now. Size and flat damage, we will take that. Size and flat damage, we will take that. Careful. Careful. He's so fast. He is so fast. He is so much faster than us, which is such a problem. He is so much faster than us. We can't take difficulty because he's so much faster. Maybe knockback. Maybe knockback will keep them off of us at least. But, I mean, I just wish we had more movement speed right about now. Man, that Chaos Tome. I really need to consider Chaos Tome over Damage Tome, I think. I think whenever we go for that, it needs to be the Chaos Tome. I mean, yeah, we're going to get one more key here. And then from there, maybe gold upgrade, I think. Gold upgrade sounds good. That we're going to get a bit more gold. We don't even lose a key. How beautiful of a world it is. Grab the golden glove and we'll keep on our merry way. We do have another microwave over there, but I don't think we're going to be able to have time to make the most use of it. Boss curse and charge shrine down there. We will take life steal. What was over there? Is that a boss curse way over there in the corner? I think it is, so we're not going to worry too much about that. Not going to rush to the shrine. What is down here? Another boss curse, eh? Okay. What all do we have left anyways? We have one magnet shrine left. Okay, we actually have no Mauis or Shady guys left, so it needs to be chest gaming right now. That is what we are going to need. Okay, good talk, chest. Thank you so much. I mean, I think we also still need more difficulty. I really do. I think difficulty is going to be our way to kind of scale here. We need more XP gain as well. We focus... I say this thing like, oh, you know, well, it does work for consistency. It does work. My brain wants to say, ooh, we need a hyper skill and go for the Giga run. But we went into this round with a plan for consistency. And so far, that has paid off. Like, we are almost certainly going to be able to beat this run, which is what I care about. Is it going to be the best run or the prettiest run? No, it is not. Is there a chance we still lose to the final boss? Absolutely there is. However, we made it to the final boss, and I think that there's a very strong chance we would not have if we just only prioritized XP gain. Now, I am focusing XP gain a bit here at the end, but that's okay. I care a bit more about the scythe than I do the sword, I have to be honest with you, but maybe the argument there is, well, the sword would be better if you got more size on it, right? So I could see a good argument either way of like, well, yeah, the sword's only useless because you don't have size. Once you have size, it's actually a lot better than the Reaper or the scythe. I don't know. Okay, I don't. This is just percent damage. I think this is literally additive percent damage that only gets added to elite, so I think it's a really bad stat. If it was somehow its own bracket, like its own bucket, which I don't think it is, it'd be really good, but I don't think it is, so I'm not going to prioritize it in any way, shape, or form. I can't grab the chest. I was going to say we're going to grab the chest here and see what we get, but we cannot do that. We're just kind of running around like a chicken with our head cut off, man. It's a bit of a tough situation to be in. It really is. Man, oh man. And there's a challenge shrine up here we can go get. How many challenge shrines do we have? Only the one? I know we have the magnet shrine, but I really want to save that magnet shrine as long as we can. I just need to not get killed greeting it, right? Because I want to go into overtime a bit here to try to just get as much as I can. Grab the magnet shrine, then dip out, right? But I don't know. Red XP, not too bad, not too shabby. We do have a coin. I mean, I guess. What's our luck at, man? Our luck feels, I mean, 151, we should be getting, I feel like a little bit luckier, but no, I mean, 151 is still pretty low, I suppose. We're going to grab the crit chance. crit chance is just so nice. We have so many sources of percent damage right now, including our items like the beefy ring. I mean, the beefy ring each is giving us 100% damage. So crit damage is such a good stat as well because of the way it works. Presumably the way it works. How are we doing against these guys? We're doing okay. They're dying pretty quickly. We should be able to start piloting over to the magnet shrine once we grab this. Start gloves is fine. Grab the other chest. Please end up being free. Please end up being free. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We have one chest on the way to the magnet shrine. I mean, we're doing okay. Not the best by any means. We're doing okay. A lot of XP dropping on the map, of course, during overtime. A lot of XP. I think crit chance is king here. Crit chance is such a big damage upgrade. Backpack's kind of useless, to be honest with you. If you take Proj Tome, then Backpack is just a dead item in a lot of ways. Don't be inside of this, thank goodness. Sometimes, man, your items can be inside of, like, map things. The dev needs to fix that. I don't often try to, like, say, like, oh, a dev needs to do this or that, but it's really annoying whenever you end up losing an item because it's, like, spawned in an ungettable area. It's really annoying. We're gonna stay here. Now, we don't have AFK juice, do we? Let me take a quick look. I'm not seeing it, but my eyes just might be missing it. If we had AFK juice, then in some ways it'd be easier, in some ways harder. It'd be easier because we could stand here longer and get all the XP, but the moment we have to move, our power basically is getting halved. So at least without it, we're able to get a bit of a better tell on what's happening. You know, when everything starts to get a little bit close to us, we'll be able to see it, but we're just going to stay here for a bit. I don't want to greet it too long. You know, we're not gonna wait till something hits us. We're gonna wait till things are getting a bit too close for comfort. But I don't think we're there quite yet. Okay, things are too close for comfort. We're gonna grab this and we're gonna get out of here. Flat damage, percent damage, size on scythe, size on sword, size on corrupted sword, percent damage because it affects everything, crit chance. Damage because it affects everything. Crit chance because it affects everything. This is big flat damage. This is big size. We're going to take the big flat damage. XP gain? That was XP. That was stupid. We should not have grabbed XP gain there, actually. We're going to just focus damage. I'm not too worried about size right now. We're not taking this. We're going to take the purple damage. We will take the damage. Damage and size. I mean, red damage is probably better than green damage. This affects everything, even though we already have a lot of it. Crit chance is king. I mean, size and damage over red damage, I think, because we already have so much red damage. Uh-oh. Did we overgreed? I don't think we overgreeded. I think we're going to be okay. Where is it that we need to go exactly? Please let me get over here. Thank you so much. And we just have to get over here now. Ooh, we can grab this, though. If we grab this, we should be in a better situation. Crit chance. I mean, we're just going to send it, I think. I think we would just send it at this point. I mean, we can wait here just for a minute, see if we get any more levels. We can stay moving because we don't have AFK juice, but man, I really don't love just being here. I'm worried about getting hit and then just kind of uncontrollably dying. What are we greeting for is the question. Alright, we got one level. We'll say that's what we were greeting for. Here we go. Final boss time. I mean, fingers crossed. Maybe we could have grabbed more chests. Who knows? I feel like we did get really unlucky with the free chest procs, but it is what it is. I'm not super confident about our ability here. I'll be entirely honest with you. What item is it going to leave us with? Just not basic sword. Just don't leave me with the basic sword. That's kind of all I ask right now. Okay, I think it's going to always leave me with the basic sword. Cool. Does it always do that? Does it always go in that order? Because if it does, man, that's brutal. That's brutal that our worst weapon is the one it leaves us with. That really, really sucks. Don't love that. Did we just get unlucky, or is the game purposefully trying to screw us? Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. I mean, we got to get him to about 3rd HP, right? That's the interval we need. Now, what is our actual region here? We don't have the Blessed Tome or whatever it's called, the Blessed Book. I have no idea. Holy Bible, maybe? We don't have that. We have Campfire, but we're not really going to be able to stand still. We have Chonk Plate, which is life still. But life doesn't help us once he's immune, which is the phase I'm worried about. We don't have many of the Charge Shrine things either. What a predicament. What a predicament indeed. Keep running on our merry way. We don't even have that much mobility. We only have, what, 3 jumps, I think? And I genuinely, I don't know how to interact with the orbs. Whenever the orbs come at us, like that's probably what's going to end up killing us. I don't think the red things the red like bubbles will end up killing us. I mean, they will if we keep getting hit by it, of course. But give me one of my good weapons. Does it give it back in the reverse order? Scythe. Scythe is more for AoE than pure damage. He healed a good bit there. Oh my god, we are not dealing damage to this guy, are we? I think most of our damage is in the corrupted sword and the hero sword. I'll be honest with you. I don't think that... What did we just get that did so much damage to him? What kind of proc? We don't have big bonk, do we? I don't believe so. Well, we got a pretty big damage proc there, but we don't have mega crit. We don't have big bonk. Maybe we took damage. It was electric plug, and electric plug is just dealing giga damage. Ooh, maybe it was an execute off of Joe's dagger, actually. Ooh, that very well could be it. That could be it indeed. I wonder how much DPS Joe's dagger has given us. We need to get him down about 2/3, I think, or is it half? Is it half and then 2/3 and then kill? I think so, yeah. Alright, let's see what we can do. Alright, we're also... This is just a little bit much on the eyes. I notice it more as we go. We're going to make our stuff invisible here. Does that make it a lot harder for actually being able to do damage to him? Maybe a little bit. Maybe we turn it back on with opacity. Who knows? But for right now, it's so much easier to see with it turned off. Keep it going. We have red orb. Oh, we have a lot of orbs coming at us, and we have a lot of red circles. Not my favorite thing to deal with, but it's okay. Now, after this try, we will see these circles, man. I don't know what to do with the orbs. Not the circles. Circles are fine. I can dodge the circles. Can't dodge the orbs. Now, luckily, it only hit us at our final one, so we are going to be able to lifesteal back up off the guy. And we're just going to stay near him. I know that the main sword can only kind of attack in front of me, so we will keep doing this. But I do not know how to dodge these. I don't. They're going to hit me, and they're going to do a lot of damage. They deal a lot of damage. They really do. Maybe I can get them to collide with this, but if I get them to collide with this, then the issue is no, they just kind of like to go over it. Then I'm not lifestealing. If I'm near him, at least I'm lifestealing off of him, right? That's the idea, at least. We'll be able to get a few, you know, soul siphon, soul stealer, soul harvester procs there. But he's about to be at a 3rd, and then we'll have our last 3 charge shrines, but I'm just unsure how we're going to beat these charge shrines with this many orbs flying around. The orbs are my big issue right now, because once he goes invincible, we're not going to be able to heal. Alright, last one. Focus up. It's make or break time. Come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. He's going to start doing his red attacks soon, but that's okay as long as we just keep moving in a circle. Alright. 2 left. One left. It's these orbs, man. It's the orbs. They're brutal. The orbs. We just gotta get back over to him so we can lifesteal. That's all we need to do. Okay, we've got lifesteal now. That should be GG. Oh, what an extraordinary display of gaming prowess, eh? What an extraordinary display of great gaming prowess. We did it. Well, we've not done it yet, but by all means, this should be it, as long as we can stay near him. Dude, these orbs are scaring me, though. These orbs are scaring me bad. Oh, let's just please get him down, shall we? Let's just get him down. Let's just get him down. Thank God. Alright. Come on, give me the unlock, though. Give me the reason why we're here. Give me the reason why we're here. I see the Steam achievement, but give me the reason why we're here. And Fire Sarufi, come on. Iron Helm, we did it. And I saw we even got another unlock, which is Dice Guy, Dice Head. So, I love Dice Head. Dice Head's really good right now, unless he's been, like, nerfed. I'm pretty sure he's been leading the charts ever since he was bug fixed. 53-minute video. I think we're okay to call. I don't think we'll chill here for too long. Let's go ahead and see what our damage stats were, just so we can get a read. Now, should take our item levels into account. You know, if something does a lot more, we should, you know, if this still is double the damage of this, well, it also got double the levels, so, you know, all things. I mean, we got carried. I ain't even gonna lie to you, we got carried. I think percent damage is troll. I think we should run Cursed Tome. I don't think luck is the answer. I think there is a good argument to be made that there were times early I should have focused more on difficulty and XP scaling. I think it's a very easy argument to make that's why we ended up getting outpaced by the game, was we didn't focus on XP scaling enough. So I'm going to do some tests probably and play around and see just how much we can greed early and still have consistent runs, because consistency is what I want. I don't want to record, you know, 5 videos that all die at the final boss because we were inconsistent. Not incontinent, but inconsistent. Spicy Meatball, I mean, did amazing. We really we're very thankful we got some good items here. It's like, oh, your items carried you, so luck's clearly important. Yes, luck is important, but we have to be able to, you know, increase the level on that luck tome. And unless we're able to do that, we need to be able to kill the enemies. So, you know, there's an argument that maybe rather than Proj Tome, that Proj Tome is actually not that useful for guaranteeing your run because you get offered so many Proj upgrades. That it is Luck, XP, Crit Chance, and Chaos Tome, which, I mean, at that point, we're basically running the meta except for Luck instead of difficulty, right? So, I'll play around with it. I'll do a few runs. I'll figure it out. But, what do we have? Crystal, this is based off enemy HP, so it's kind of fake. Scythe, yeah, Scythe has good AoE in, so it's going to naturally be able to do a lot. Hero Sword. And then Sword, and then man, why did Corrupted Sword deal so little? I mean, it was our lowest upgraded item, but, you know, not by less than half of Sword by any means. Man. Well, look, hey, we did it. That's what matters. But the theory was correct. We didn't have a super high end run, but it was consistent. I mean, that is what we were going for, right? By all means, we did what we were going for. Did we get bailed out? Maybe. But maybe that's what consistency in this game is just trying to hedge your bet. I don't know. But, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And yeah, have a good everybody. Take it easy.